Hey, what's up? Welcome back. So I just got a new FGA member request from a song that I really, really love called Baby Please Don't Go, but it's from a version that I had never heard before, the Bob Dylan version. I listened to it for a few seconds and it is really, really cool. It surprised me a lot with his technique because when you think of Bob Dylan, you think of these like finger picking. But a lot of us know that he was really heavily influenced by these classic blues players. One of them was from Big Joe Williams, who wrote the original version of Baby Please Don't Go. But my favorite version has always been the Lightning Hopkins version. And I have another lesson on that if you want to check that out. Let's listen to the Bob Dylan version together and I'll teach you the parts as we go. It's really, really cool and I bet you'll be surprised by it too. Let's check it out. Tapping that foot.
Baby, please don't go.
You know, when I first was listening to it and I first heard that opening riff, I was like, this isn't Bob Dylan. But then as soon as you hear him sing, like, okay, definitely Bob Dylan. Nobody sounds like that when they sing. This is so cool. I really like this version. But one of the first things that I noticed, I listened to a little bit of it before this, is that it's in E flat. I've got my other guitar here tuned to E flat. Let's switch guitars so we can play along with the recording. Monotonic bass, thumb, foot, tap.
Baby, please don't go.
Now, it sounds pretty complicated, but there's actually kind of only really 3 little riffs inside here. It took me a minute to figure it out, but this is the spot where they play the original. So I was thinking it's here, but you can definitely hear that he's doing this big slide. This slide part that he's doing is really kind of a big part of it. Listen back and see if you can hear that. Slide up. You can hear him kind of doing that. It's a big slide and you can hear the fastness of it. There's no way that you could get that much sound from taking the notes from the minor pentatonic, but instead of playing it here, he plays it way up here. And the cool benefit of that is now he has this same fingering that he can play from here. You always hear that spot. This is an important spot to know when you're playing an E. The other thing is, tapping that foot. This part of the song, it's really loud. That's not me tapping, that's him.
Baby, please don't go.
And then he's got that lightning fast thumb going. Lightning Hopkins is my favorite version of this. Certainly he had heard Lightning Hopkins' version. So if you're starting, try to just get this groove going with that foot. Okay, so we're tapping the foot, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, just keeping that thumb going. The other part is this. Hear that big slide? I think that's an important part of it. So let's keep listening. That's another part of it. We'll call this the verse riff.
Don't go back to New Orleans. You know it hurt me so.
Okay, so here, that slide part, 3rd and 4th fret, and then he's just sliding down to 2nd fret, and then releasing to that open. He's always gonna resolve this tension stuff to here, an E major chord. You can also hear him doing this little hammer-on thing. And then when he's saying, Baby Please Don't Go, he's just doing this, just the bass notes by itself. And of course with the foot tap. Let's keep going. Big slides, right?
I'm way down here. Baby, I'm way down here. Baby, I'm...
Does the riff and then that bum, 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 bum. So just bum, bum, bum. see how that works? From that angle. Not too bad. The hardest part is keeping that rhythm with that thumb going strong. It's kind of like that hybrid blues scale. Right? Let's keep going.
Way down here, I'll give a girl for a beer, but please
His voice is so funny sometimes.
Parchment Farm. I'm on Parchment Farm. I'm on Parchment Farm. Didn't do no wrong.
So kind of as a review, we've got this spot. Okay, and then in the intro, he slides that down to here. Okay, and then he's also playing this. All of those things are just with these two fingers, almost always in the same positions too. I mean, like where they're separated by one fret like that. The only variation is there when he's flattening that second finger out. You know, I always teach with like all this blues stuff, energy is the most important thing. It's not about getting clean notes. It's not about like trying to eliminate buzz, which I hear that so often from new students that are like, well, sometimes I hear buzz notes. It's just like, there's so many buzz notes in this. Nobody cares. It's cool because it has high energy, right? It has this cool emotional feel, the high energy feel. Nobody cares about like cleanliness and the style, right? He's just keeping that energy high like it's supposed to be.
Let's
finish it off here.
I need you so. And I love you so.
And just finishing it off with a nice big strum D chord. Making sure you're still in tune though. When you tune down, it takes a little bit for your strings to settle in, right? Everybody knows that, or maybe not everybody, but so make sure that you always tune up and tune again and tune again and tune again. It trains your ears. Playing with your guitar always in tune will train your ears to hear notes that are in tune better, okay? Super awesome version. Like I said, let's switch back to the standard tuning, and I'm gonna show you now how to kind of approach playing this in standard. All right, here's how you practice this, okay? Get that first thing set up. Notice I'm playing that several times in a row, sliding up, because that's going to be the difficult thing when you're first starting, is making sure that you can slide up here like this and not miss. So when you're first starting, you're going to slide up, oops, and miss both sides. So you want to practice. Okay, and not to mention, it's going to be difficult to keep this thumb going. So you might want to sit here and just try to practice tapping your foot with that thumb going. Now this is in a straight rhythm, no swing rhythm here. So it's bum 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 bum. It's not like it's not that, it's when he sings, it's just this, and then sometimes he's probably raking his index finger across. Please don't go. Right? That's it. This is a really fun one to play. This is a great suggestion from an FGA member. If you want to make some requests, join FGA members and jump in on the fun. So, great suggestion, and I'll see you guys inside the FGA members community.